Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your guy Perrier, and we are back with another video. Yo, this time, man, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the M1 iMac 24-inch 1 year later for music producers. And yeah, let's go. Alright, y'all, welcome back. Like I said, we're about to check out 1 year later with the M1 iMac for music producing, Alright, so I've had this iMac for just about a year at this point, and I want to go ahead and shoot this video and not really waste too much time. I have a lot of different videos on the M1. If you're interested in that, I'll leave some links down below. So I want to keep this video very short and just kind of really reflect on how my experience has been with the M1 iMac. So for me, the M1 iMac, it looks very modern still, still just looks great to me. There's a lot of mixed opinions on it. We'll just say from the tech community and stuff, but for me as a music producer, I really appreciate the big, larger screen that this has. And for me, the white bezels kind of fade away. Now my setup, I actually do have kind of a white background, so it really kind of blends in. I'm just looking at all screen. It almost looks like it's floating a little bit, but for me, I really like the look of it. Still looks super stylish. It's crazy thin. So I really do appreciate the aesthetics of the machine itself. And even with the whole, exploded market for the M1 machines, we got the M1 MacBook Pros, we got the Mac Studio, we got a lot of options out there. I still feel very, very much okay with my decision to go with this machine for my use case as a music producer. Just from the screen standpoint, which is one of the main selling points for me, it still does the job. It's still plenty big for me for what I do on it. Easy for me to multitask and go between and look at different plugins and look at different VSTs that I may be using and look at the whole timeline. So for me, the screen itself is A1. So don't worry about that at all. If you are coming from anything larger, maybe you use an external display with another little laptop or something, then it may feel maybe a little cramped for you, but for me, it's dope. So how does it run after a year of using this? I mean, as you would imagine with Apple Silicon, it runs just fine. This machine handles a lot that's thrown at it. I mean, this video is strictly about music production. Do a lot of multitasking. I do handle my music blog on that machine. I handle all of my music productions on that machine. So for me, it's just a breeze to just kind of run through and just kind of jump right in, get into a production. A lot of times I don't really experience a lot of stutter or delay. I'd say the only time that I do experience that is when I am heavy into the mix and mastering stage of my productions. I will experience some lag here and there when I'm really pounding it on with a lot of plugins that I'm using. Outside of that, in regular or normal production use, it's solid. And obviously it works very solid with the stock plugins, but I do use third-party plugins from Isotope as well as Native Instruments. So I do use some third-party plugins that are actually Apple Silicon optimized. Thankfully, after a year or so waiting, they're optimized and they're running real well with the M1 iMac. And then kind of just wrapping up the whole portion about how it's been running and how it's been operating. I mean, I've been able to pretty much mix and master my entire upcoming album coming out very, very soon on this machine. I don't think I would have been able to do that with my old Intel MacBook Pro laptop that I've been using for, better part of 2 years or so. But with this, I felt very confident in doing that. So now for the $1 million question, y'all, should you consider getting the M1 iMac now in this day and age? I mean, this machine came out maybe a year and a half ago at this point. I've been using it personally for just almost a year. So really, should you consider this with the other options available? I mean, we got the M1 MacBook Air. That's super good value for the power that you're getting. We got the more powerful M1 MacBook Pros. We got the Mac Studio that's out. You even have the M1 Mac Mini as well if you're very conscious about spending money and stuff. I think for me, it really comes down to two camps, right? So you're either in the camp that needs portability, you want to be able to have a laptop that you can do your work wherever, whenever, or you're on the other side where you're okay using a machine stationary in one spot and just handling all your music production in that one spot. Now for me, I was in the other camp, right, where I needed a MacBook Pro. I was going to different studios at the time and kind of collaborating with other people. And I would just say after, COVID and all that stuff, I found that I really didn't need that, and I really started to need a bigger and a larger screen. So I kind of migrated over to just needing a stationary setup for my home studio, and for me it's worked out great. Could I have gotten maybe a Mac Mini and gotten an external display? Sure, I could have done that, but I just kind of wanted the all-in-one machine. And if you're like me and you wanted an all-in-one machine, this has a 4.5K screen. It's plenty bright, it's plenty smooth, and it has the M1 silicon. So for me, it was a no-brainer. I was really interested in the machine, and I'm glad I've been using it. I've gotten so much work done out of it. So for me, it's great. You make sure you get the right configuration for what you need, the right amount of RAM and the right amount of storage. For me, I've mentioned this in other videos, but I have the 1 terabyte config with 16 gigs of RAM and the 8 GPU core, and that's kind of worked out for me just fine in the last year. And that's it, y'all. That's my take. I really do think that this is a good machine for music producers. If you're thinking about it, if you're just beginning in music production, this is a good machine. Or if you're seasoned and you in there as far as music production, you can get away using this machine. Like I said, just make sure you get the right config. It's great. I still love using it, and I'm probably gonna use this for years to come. So that about wraps up this video, y'all. I really do hope y'all gain some knowledge off of it. Hopefully it's valuable to you. If it was, give me a like, subscribe. And if you have the machine as well, let me know down in the comment section what you feel about it. Let me know what color you guys have as well. All right. Thank y'all so much for checking out this video with me. Appreciate it so much. Appreciate y'all. And I'm going to see y'all on the next video. Peace.